Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and today I'm coming to you with another field strip video. And today we're going to be field stripping the SCAR 15P. This is a gun I recently did a range report on. I did not think that I would like it, but I was pleasantly surprised. But right now the gun is dirty, it's time to clean it, so let's field strip this. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is drop the magazine and ensure that there is no ammunition. Looks like we are clear. We are now going to safety check the firearm. We will turn it to the other side, pull back on that charging handle and ensure that there is no ammunition present, nothing in the chamber. It looks like we are clear. We will then put the gun on safe. Now we're going to push through this pin in the front of the lower receiver. I can just do that with my thumb, pull it out, and that should allow me to push forward on the lower and pivot that out. There is our lower receiver. We can set that aside. Next thing we're going to do is take this plate where the brace is attached and we can push down on that. It should slide right off the upper receiver. There that is. We can set that aside. Now we're going to pull back on the charging handle just a little bit, and that's going to give us the ability to pull out this recoil spring assembly. That's easy. Put that aside as well. Now we're going to push this charging handle back forward and lock it into place. Then we can go to the lower part of the upper. We can take our finger and pull back on the bolt and bolt carrier. That whole mechanism comes right out the back. Then we can pull back on the charging handle to the disassembly notch, pull out on that charging handle, and then the carrier for the charging handle will simply slide out the back as well. When it comes to the bolt and the bolt carrier, we're probably going to need a little punch here, and we're going to take out this pin which holds in the firing pin. We're going to go to this side of the carrier and push it out just like that. Pull that out, and now the firing pin should slide right out the back. And with the bolt in the rearward position, we can pull out on the cam pin, and that will allow us to take out the bolt. And then let's take apart the gas system. So what we're going to want to do is move the gas system all the way to the left side of the gun, and there's going to be a little notch or a detent right here. Sometimes you can push it with this little charging handle right here. That will allow you to turn it a little bit further, and this can be just a little bit tricky. See if I can do it here. I might have to use this little punch. Push that in. Yep, there it goes. And we can rotate it all the way around. Just like that. And it pops out the front. Then, in order for us to actually get the piston out, you might need to have a long cleaning rod that is designed for a 5.56 bore, and you're going to have to go through the upper receiver. And I know this is not going to come through on the camera because the angle I'm doing it at, and you got to push that piston all the way through. And there it is. So that is a completely field stripped SCAR 15P pistol. All right, so I got to take a little bit of time, get this thing cleaned up, and we're going to put it back together. All right, so we got this gun all cleaned up, so let's put it back together. We're going to start with the upper receiver, and we're going to put back in the piston. We're going to put it right back in the front, just like that. We'll take the gas plug, and we will install it, just like that. And it should just lock into place. So that is now back together. Let's now go to the bolt in the bolt carrier. Let's go ahead and install the bolt into the front of the carrier, making sure the extractor is on the same side it will eject on. Then we will put in the cam pin. We will put the bolt to the back of the carrier. We will insert that, making sure that the little ledge is parallel, just like that. We will now take the firing pin, put it in through the back, stick it in as far as you can. We'll now take the firing pin and install that on the side. You might need a little hammer or something just to tap it into place, and that is your bolt and bolt carrier back together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install the charging handle. So we're going to take the little carrier for the charging handle, and this little spring-loaded lever here goes upward. So we will install that from the back. We will push it forward to where we can install the charging handle right there. Push that in. Then we will push that forward and lock it into place. Then we'll take our bolt and bolt carrier, making sure that the bolt is far forward. We will then insert it into the upper receiver, and it should slide all the way in, just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to install the recoil spring assembly. And the thing I did notice is, as you can see, there are two positions for it. You want to make sure that the one that it is mounted right in the center is facing upward. So that will go in the back of the carrier. You push that forward, everything should line up. Then you take that back plate where the brace is, that should slide right on to the upper receiver. Then we will take our lower receiver, we will put this little ledge into the back of the gun and pop it up into place, push through that pin. We will then insert the magazine, and then we can function test it. Make sure the bolt holds back. Looks like we are good. Close that up, take it off a safe, dry fire it, and it looks like everything is good to go. All right, so there you go. That is a complete field strip and reassembly of a FN SCAR 15P. I hope this helps somebody in the future, as this comes apart a little bit different than your standard SCAR. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.